and friend of Paul and Mia and Paul Jr. And I was also honored to be their lawyer on a very tragic case involving multiple issues that definitely affected the community. We're excited today to honor a wonderful woman, and just from a personal perspective, very much appreciative of the city of Stockton, of its police department, Chief Eric Jones, and the mayor, Mayor Tubbs here, and the city council members for honoring requests from the Singh family as part of the resolution of the case to honor Misty in this fashion. And it's refreshing that the city lived up to its word and did the right thing, and we're very appreciative. We really appreciate that. Before we begin, we have people here that will speak. I'd like to recognize those that are here with us from the city. We have Council Member Jesus Andrade. Thank you. We have Council Member and Vice Mayor Dan Wright. We have Council Member Susan Lintz. And then we have from the Stockton Community Services, we have Community Services Director John Alita. I believe he's here somewhere. We have Recreation Superintendent John Wright. And then also Recreation Supervisor and the organizer of this event for us, Brant Evans, with the city. We appreciate everybody's involvement. And then we also want to recognize that the sign with the naming of this park, the Misty Holt-Singh Memorial Softball Complex, was prepared by Outdoor Creations, and we appreciate that. And it will be installed at the direction of the Department of Public Works under the direction of Patrick Bickham from the city. And so what we would like to do now is our first speaker, and who has joined us today, is Chairman of the Board for the San Joaquin County Board of Supervisors, and we'd ask Miguel Villapudua to come up and address the group.
Good morning, everybody. It's an absolutely beautiful day for this occasion. I wish it wasn't happening. I know Paul very well and his kids, and this is a horrible situation, but you know what? We're making the best of it. And I'm sure Misty is very proud of what's happening today. She's going to live in our memories forever with this sign, this monument. And you know what? Paul's doing an incredible job of making the negative a positive, Paul. Good job. And your kids are beautiful. They're doing a wonderful job in school, and I'm very proud of the kids. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming on this special occasion. And I'm sure Misty's enjoying it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. This obviously was a very sad day and time for the family and for the city, and under the leadership of Chief Eric Jones, the department, at least from our perspective, handled itself with dignity, was very kind to Paul, and was responsive to the family. And it went a long way as far as bringing healing to Paul and the family, and we're very appreciative of that. And we would like to call up and thank Stockton Police Chief Eric Jones, please.
Thank you, and thank you, Paul and the family, for inviting me here. It's important for me, and I think it's important for the police department to be a part of this. This was a tragedy, obviously, for the family, for this entire community, and even for the police department. Within the police department, it's very tragic for us as well. And this is an opportunity for us to all come together in healing and moving forward from that, but also never, ever forgetting the Misty Holt-Singh family and her name. And that's what's bittersweet about this, is today, though, we do get to honor her incredible memory. She deserves the honor that we are giving her today and giving the family today. We never know the purpose or the reason for tragedy or the purpose of pain, but today we are giving purpose from pain. And I think that's what's important about her name being forever memorialized here within our community and within Stockton. It changed our department. It changed me personally. And I've had a relationship with Paul going through this, and I just want to thank you and thank your family for the way that we've all handled this together, and we've come together at this point to be able to honor her wonderful name. Thank you for including the police department. We are with you. Thank you.
Now I would like to ask Mia and Paul Jr. to come up, please. And Mia, go ahead and please address her.
When I was younger, my mother would always attend my softball games, many of which were played here. Today, standing here, I know that she's right beside me. Softball was a big part of my mother's life. Her passion was what drove mine. Whether it was pouring or 100 degrees out, my mom would always be around to watch me play and keep score. Although I no longer play, there will always be a part of me, her watching over this complex and watching over me. Today, I get to stand here and recognize my mother's love for the game, which will always be a part of her and a part of us. And a love that I want to share with the community. Thank you.
Hello. So it has been 5 years since the day that my mom passed away, and out of the 20 plus years of living in Stockton, that is one of the first times that I was able to see a community this large come together and work together in order to bring something good out of such a drastic tragedy that didn't just affect our family, but the city as a whole. And so I would like to echo the thanks of those that we've heard before us, but I would also like to say that as we move forward and leave this sign here and go on from today, that we would remember that we as a community were able to come together, and that we can still come together regardless of what other tragedies happen in the future, and that whether we are young, old, regardless of race and gender, that we would know the power that we have as people and as a community, that it is never too late to make a change, and it is never too late to move forward and right any wrongs that have occurred. And so I would like to thank you once again for coming out and vote.
Stay here for a second, guys. Yeah. Okay, if we can have Paul, can you come join us for a second, please? And then Mayor Michael Tubbs, would you mind? We're appreciative the mayor's here, and he has a certificate and proclamation.
And can I have the council join me very quickly, please, as well? So again, I think today, as the chief said, is a mirror of something that I would argue is rooted deeply in the tradition that is the city of Stockton. This idea that you can turn pain into purpose. You also can find triumph in tragedy. I think the Singh family, you guys have been a great example to this community about how you rebound from tragedy. You deal with the pain, you say it shouldn't happen, but then you figure out what can we do to make it better. And I think today is sunny and it's beautiful and everyone's here united, and that's no accident. I think it's a reflection of the mother, your wife, and the women the community has grown to love. So to the entire city of Stockton, I hope today serves as a reminder that even when bad things happen, we have to learn from them and do better. Our police department has done that. When bad things happen, it's easy to point fingers, and it's much more difficult to join hands and to come together and make something beautiful happen from ashes. So with that, on behalf of the city of Stockton and the entire city council, we want to present the certificate of recognition to Paul Singh and family in honor of the dedication of the Misty Holt-Singh Memorial Softball Complex. Thank you, guys.
getting old. I gotta wear his glasses. All right. Well, how am I going to top what these guys were saying? So first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here. I'm so proud of my kids for everything that they've been through and how resilient they are, and how they've grown and excelled, and just have such huge hearts. And I'm just so proud of them. I also want to thank the Community Service Department, John Alita, John Wright, and Brant Evans. They were the lifeblood to help me get this thing put together. Public Works is going to be putting it in. I want to thank Dennis Gomes and Bat Busters and all the softball teams that are out here. Thank you so much. The proceeds will go to a scholarship which will be given out to student athletes, so thank you. I want to thank Miguel Villapudua. He's probably the hardest working guy in this community. Gives the shirt off his back, and every weekend he's out doing something, helping somebody. I want to thank the City Council for everything that you guys have done and supported me and my family. I want to thank the DA's office, Tori Verber, and her staff for working with me and victims of violent crime. And every year we're raising money and donating to other victims that are going through tragedy. I want to thank Chief Eric Jones, who's become a good friend of mine. We share a lot of similarities, and I think through this tragedy, we've grown together, and it's a bond that. Where are you, Eric? There you are. It's a bond that I foresee going a long way, and the police department is very important to our community, and no matter what happens, we've got to make sure we support them. Greg Bentley, my main man right here, Claire, and the Bentley and Moore staff. You guys have been so good to me and helped me get through all this and become our family. So thank you. And last but not least, the most important people that I want to thank is all of you, the community, because you guys have gone through this journey with me and my family, and I appreciate it, and thank you all. So with that, kids, would you guys like to unveil the sign? I give you the Misty Holt-Singh Memorial Softball Complex.
Junior.
Yes.
Mia. AJ.
No.